All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, 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 Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Excuse me, double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and Shalom to you brothers out there and you good amount of sisters. All right. Now, I have a few MOTB videos that I want to go through. You brothers also can look these videos up, and find, the original posters or whatever. I'm not going to play the whole interview with Aaron Russo, all right, but I am going to play these other two clips, all right, just going into the MOTB, all right. Before we do that, I'm going to bring out the scripture, of course, and you brothers know exactly what scripture I'm referring to, if you've been in this thing for any amount of time, This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And this mark, when you go into it, all right, is the word charagma. Okay.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
All right. So it means a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand of the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah, which there are anti-Messiahs many, The mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. So they're going to carve this mark into people. It's a stamp, an imprinted mark, a physical mark. All right. It's not spiritual. It's not sin in all of its forms. It's not a picture of so-called white Jesus. All right. It's not Christianity. It's not an embargo. It's not sleeping with Edomite women. All right. It's none of that. All right. And what's the root word? Is karax, which this karax, it goes into a pale or stake, a palisade, which those are things that you drive into the ground. All right. So this is that sharp injection instrument, that needle, okay, or that injection gun, you could say, that they're going to use to inject people with this RFID microchip, all right? A palisade or rampart, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timber are heaped and packed together, all right? So that's that, excuse me, that karax, all right, that needle that they're going to use to inject people with this thing, all right? Now let's jump back to YouTube, all right, and get these videos real quick. So I want to play Klaus Schwab, which this guy is, an insider, of course. He's one of the World Economic Forum people, if I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, let me just check that real quick. Klaus Schwab. Yeah, he's a German engineer and former executive chairman of the World Economic Forum. All right. So this dude is locked in. All right. He's with, the program of the elite. All right. So we're gonna listen to what he says. All right, this is a fair use. All right, not making any money off of this. All right, so let's let it play. All right.
Parle de puces qu'on pourra s'implanter. Ce sera quand ça?
Certainement dans les 10 années à venir. Et d'abord, on va les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer qu'on les implante dans nos cerveaux ou dans nos topos. Ce que nous voyons, c'est une sorte de fusion du monde physique, digital et biologique.
Yeah, so I'm of course that was in French, but I'm gonna play it back again, and I'm gonna just, for you brothers that might not be able to read this right now, I'm gonna play it back and read the captions. All right, so let's hear this. All right, so the interviewer said, there are talks of chips that can be implanted. All right. There are talks of chips that can be implanted. When will that be? All right. He said, certainly within the next 10 years. All right. Now I want to see, they posted this video 2 years ago. All right. So certainly within, certainly before 2033 is his timeline. All right. So he said, certainly within the next 10 years. First, they will be implanted in our clothes. All right. Gradualism. wearables, as they say. All right. And you saw you know, the RFK guy, all right, pushing for wearables on your wrist to track your health metrics, all right, which we know that that's all gradualism, all right, slowly getting people accustomed to having these chips as part of their lives, all right, to the point where they're gonna feel comfortable to have it right in their hand, all right. Reading on, this is what Klaus Schwab said, and then we could imagine them being implanted in our brains or in our skin. That's Revelation 13 and 16 right there, all right? So if you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you, all right? The Most High blinded you, all right? Because this prophecy is clearly getting ready to take place, all right? Excuse me, he said, this is Klaus Schwab, he said, what we want is a sort of fusion, all right? And this is the devil speaking. Of the physical, digital, and biological worlds. Yeah, they want complete control, all right? They want to be God, all right? They want to be the Most High, all right? Let's get this. Sitteth in the temple. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, which that was 70 AD. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, Esau, you know, excuse me, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. You see that? So Esau wants to be the Most High. All right, that's why he has this RFID micro chip. All right, that's why he wants to get everyone to be his slave through this digital ool, all right? Now let's see what else he has to say. Nothing, all right? Now I want to play this from when Joe Biden, from when he swore in Justice John Roberts, I believe. He said you're going to rule on whether or not people can take this RFID micro chip technology. All right, so we're going to let it play.
And we'll be faced with equally consequential decisions in the...
Oh, and I'm sorry, fair use. All right, not making any money off of this. All right, let's let it play.
And we'll be faced with equally consequential decisions in the 21st century. Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement? There's actual discussion about that. You will rule on that, mark my words, before your tenure is over. Can brain scans be used to determine whether...
You see how he was looking at him like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? You know, excuse my French, you know, but that's because Joe Biden is an insider. You know, he knows what the plan is. All right. Now we're going to play this interview with Aaron Russo. All right. Now, Aaron Russo, I believe he's a Jake. I heard, you know, the Elder Apostle Gabar and Elder Bishop Sakaran say that one time, you know, and it just makes all the sense in the world that this dude is really a Jake. You know, he's compassionate. You know, it seems like his heart is in the right place, all right? So it doesn't seem like he's one of the wicked, all right? And I get a heavy Jake vibe from him, all right? That's just my opinion. Anyways, we're going to let this play. He was friends with a man by the name of Nick Rockefeller, who is, you know, of course, a Rockefeller, all right? And essentially, you know, they kind of scrubbed the existence of Nick Rockefeller from off the internet. You know, you used to be able to find pictures of him and stuff on Google, you know, but now they're denying that he exists. All right. Anyways, we're going to let this play. And then, yeah, you know, that'll be that. All right. But I hope this is, you know, informative. All right.
The ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one world government, run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, and they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do,
Everything.
Yeah, so there you go. They want to completely have full control over you. All right. And this is Bible prophecy. All right. It's just plain as day, that this RFID micro chip, that this is the mark of the beast. All right. Let's get one more scripture, Job 20. All right. Because this plan of the elites, this is not going to work out for them. All right. Job 20 and 23, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So who's the he? When he is about to fill his belly, that's the top wicked elite of Esau, Edom. And they're going to fill their belly, so to speak, by fulfilling their wicked, evil plan to microchip the whole world. All right. Now, when they get that, when they get the majority of the world chipped, the Most High is gonna rain his fury upon him, upon these devils, these elite bankers. How? By sending his son Yahushai. All right, and also, that's going to be the day that America gets destroyed with these nuclear missiles. All right, as well as the chariots of the Lord. All right, and then knocking Esau out of power, and Yahushai and the 144,000 grabbing up these elites from all these different hideouts, all right, and putting them straight in slavery. All right, and it shall rain upon him while he is eating. All right, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Yeah, these missiles, he's not gonna, we know the top wicked elite are gonna escape because they're gonna have bunkers in other countries, but his kingdom is not gonna survive. All right. Anyways, I pray that was edifying. Till the next time I say, Shalom, and I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kudash. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And Shalom to your brothers out there and your good amount of sisters. Shalom.